Good morning. Hey, you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Caroline's Table. I have a cute little bunny with her croissant because we're going to have coffee and chat, and nice to be with you guys today. Welcome, welcome. We have some fun stuff to talk about today, so thank you for joining me. If you want to grab yourself a coffee or a drink or a cute little pet. Look at this girl. This is Bunny, for those of you who might be new. Bunny, say hi. Say hi, girl. What is this look? You look very concerned this morning. What was that? Good morning, good morning. I'm letting a few of you jump on. Hello, Janet and Cindy. Okay. Bunny, you want to stay here? You want to go? Yeah, that's her little toy. Do you want to play with it? Bunny is a little neurodivergent, so playtime is, sometimes she just doesn't play, but that's okay. She's a happy girl. Look at her. Okay, do you want to go back to your little rest spot? My goodness. Good morning, Janet. How are you? You guys, I can finally talk to you about something that we have been teasing for quite a while, but this week we will actually be putting up the information for the retreat that we're doing next April in Tuscany. So we have worked out all the details. It's a complicated process when you decide to start any new venture, and hosting retreats that we can bring you guys on requires us to create a company. We have to get insurance. There are all kinds of not fun details. I'm thinking about the menu and the itinerary and the sites that we're going to see and all of that. But Bruce has been dealing with the business side of it. And we are finally ready to, I think tomorrow we're going to be dropping the landing page, which will have all the information. I can give you the dates today, but the details of the information will be posted on the landing page that we're creating. And I mean, I feel pretty good about it being tomorrow. Definitely this week. So if you have ever wanted to go on a very curated trip to Tuscany, but you don't know where to go and you don't want to drive around aimlessly and you wish someone would tell you exactly where to go and what to see and what to eat, there will not be a minute wasted. We did this trip last April with my family, and it was absolutely spectacular. They all loved it. And this year I have 2 weeks booked at the venue. And we'll be taking a group for 1 week and then another group for the second week, hopefully, if enough of you are able to come. So, there are details that you'll want to know in terms of the dates will be April 5th through 11th, and then the second one is April 12th through the 18th. And it's pretty great. You'll have to get yourself to either Rome or Florence and get transportation to the venue. And once you get to the venue, we have a curated itinerary. We have transportation. We have your food, your drink, your sightseeing, your activities, your best gelato shops, your cute little shopping places. So everything will be guided for you once you get to the venue. So we're really excited. I think it's going to be myself and Bruce and Violet and then 11 more people on each week. So we're going to keep the overall group to 14 because that allows us all to be in one. We get a really nice air-conditioned luxury Sprinter van with a chauffeured driver. And it really gives us a chance to all relax and take in the sights and go to some fun places. Francesca said, I can be used as a person who speaks fluent. Yes, indeed. So we're really looking forward to doing this with you guys. Bruce and I have been traveling in the region for many years now, so we have our favorite spots that, you know, if you're lucky enough to get to Italy once a year, it's not too frequent to go to the same spots. I always like to find something new as well. But when if you're going back to a favorite restaurant, there's a reason you go back to that restaurant and you get the same dish that you got from before. So this is where we will have an opportunity to have some of you join the family. And, you know, the venue that we stay at, I've had friends who have gone after, you know, on our recommendation. We create a lot of activities at the venue. So we create, you know, big family dinners, and we have, we do one night in the Olive Grove, and we have like a big farewell party at the end of it, and we have a band, and it's very, very fun. So it's an incredible bonding experience. It's not inexpensive, but I think the value for what you get is commensurate with the experience that you're going to have. So there are certainly ways to do a trip to Italy that are much less expensive. You get your own car, you do your own driving, you can, you know, go to the gas stations have incredible food. You can get, you know, great bread and cheese and salami and a bottle of wine, and it's not going to cost you a lot of money. So this is a culinary experience, as you would expect from me and Bruce. So we have some beautiful restaurants and incredible wine tastings in the region. We have a pecorino tasting. We've got a wine tasting. We have farms that we go to. So it's really, you get to be passenger princess. So when all the details are taken care of and you just get to relax. And, you know, Bruce and I can't say we were nervous because we know how much, you know, these things we love and experience. But having my family there, I really wanted them to have a good trip. When everyone takes time out of their schedule and spends the money to go do something, you want to make sure they have a good time. And wow, there was a lot of enthusiasm. And listen, a lot of that also comes from the vibe of the people that you're with. And I think people who choose to go on a retreat or an adventure like this, I just know we have a similar spirit. If you are attracted to being with me and Bruce, it's because you like the way that we eat and drink and enjoy life and celebrate family and enjoy our travel. So if you've been watching us, that's where we will be able to do it together. So you'll be part of the extended family. So I'm super excited about that. All the details, the venue, the pricing, the dates will be posted on the landing page. And so that is going to be, but we are reserved. We've booked the whole, it's a farmhouse, and we've booked the whole thing for 2 weeks. So, you know, I've got people, I don't know how we're going to, if we have more demand than we have spots, we'll figure out how we create a lottery or a fair system for people to book. And we're also going to have like an informative, probably a Zoom call after people have seen the pricing and the dates and want to ask more detailed questions. That's where we will have a Zoom call and give you guys all the information that you need to see if it's something that can work for you. You can come as a single, you can come as a couple, you can come with friends. So that's up to you. Vinny, these are your people. These are your people. Hi, Julianne. Welcome. We're talking about the Italy retreat that we're going to be doing in April. And I will be posting something, I'm hoping tomorrow, And when the post goes up on Instagram and Facebook, I will give you a prompt. And when you comment, it'll probably be retreat. When you comment retreat, we will send you the link to the landing page, and it will give you all the information that you need. So I'm very excited. This is, it's been a fun and interesting year when you completely kind of have a left turn with a big chapter in life. And it has been a great exploration of discovery for me. And I've been kind of, running I think I was running like a hamster on a wheel before. And now I'm off a wheel, and I'm figuring out all these places, all these paths that I want to take. So it's been a fun discovery process, and I appreciate how you guys are along for the ride. So I know I jump around to a lot of things, but I hope at the end of the day, you can see that the things that I share with you, or the partnerships that I've made, they're all specific to, things that are authentic. It's, if I'm eating, great protein, I'm introducing you to Herd and Grace, and I've partnered with them on that. And that is very in keeping with my cooking and how I like to eat and how I love great ingredients. The first supplement that I partnered with, Membracin, again, it's like if I find a solution for me and something that so many of my friends are going through, that's something that I want to share with you guys. So that's why I partnered with Membracin, and that is going really well. In fact, we are going to be, this partnership is going to get we're going to go a little wider with the advertising. And it's because people are reacting, they are getting on subscription, they're getting good results. And this is what happens. This happens with, you guys have seen me create a lot of products. And when they work and they create a solution, they just tend to go viral. It catches on because it's something that is a problem for a lot of people. And then someone finds the solution, and then you guys comment on it, which just helps other people to feel like, hey, maybe I should try it. And some of the people who buy know me, and other people don't. And that is where, that's how the Membracin came to be. And if you haven't seen that yet, you can go to my website at carolinesummers.com, and it'll click through. You can click through to the site and use promo code Caroline, and you get a free month when you sign up for the 3-month subscription. So that's been going well. My cooking has been super fun. As you guys can tell, I've been much more diligent about posting reels and doing live cooking shows, which we do on Thursdays. And it's so interesting. Some things that you think are really going to pop off, maybe get an okay reaction. I posted 2 weeks ago when I made the zucchini blossom ravioli, that I just posted a carousel, just a series of photos that has popped off, you guys. I have so many new followers from that carousel. It was pretty. The music was, I put a pretty little piece of music against it. So you never know. You never know what it's going to be. And obviously the double smash burger was a big hit too. So thank you for just, coming along the journey. Wellisaire, the month of July is the biggest month we've ever had in the history of the company. And people are really getting great results from it. So I laugh. I'm like, I'm an air purifier. I'm meat. I am a supplement for this. It is all over the place. But this week we're focusing on the retreat to Italy, which is near and dear to my heart. So we will be talking about this all week. Like I said, I'm hoping the product page will go up tomorrow so that you guys can get information, all the specifics. And then on Thursday, I'm so excited because our friends Andrea and Nelson are coming to dinner. They are some of our oldest friends. They've been friends with Suzanne and Alan since the 70s they met. Andrea is the person who did the Tell a Friend campaign. She's creative director, and she has, sorry, I just watched a rude comment go by. She's a creative director, and she's sharp as a tack and just truly one of my favorite humans. And Nelson is wonderful, wonderful, and he loves wine and Bruce loves wine. So they're finally coming to dinner on Thursday. So we are going to make a great dinner, and I have to make something Italian because she's my sorella. And I have a new set of plates, and I'm so excited to show them to you guys. I found these on our retreat in Italy, and it is one of the shops that I will be taking you guys to, and I am really excited to show you my new set of dishes. They're very different than anything that I have, and you know I'm a dish whore. I like dishes. A lot of people, some people buy too many shoes or too many handbags. I like dishes. So that's coming up. I really haven't decided what to make yet because I know Bruce and Nelson are going to want to geek out on wine. So I want to make something that will be a good wine pairing for them. Feels like I should make definitely a pasta course. So I'm thinking arrabbiata, maybe. She's a spicy Italian girl. So I'll think about it. Maybe I'll make, you remember when I made that fig carpaccio? We haven't made that this year. Fig carpaccio with a little burrata and some pistachios and a little balsamic glaze. That would be good. And an arrabbiata, but is that my pasta course? And then do I have a meat course? It seems like a lot of food. Francesca says yes to the arrabbiata. I think that's good. So Serena says that my hairline is moving back. I do have like some thinning in the temple that I'm always struggling with, but you know what? For me to complain about my hair would be pretty silly. I was blessed with beautiful hair. So you can be the kind of person who looks at the one thing that's not perfect, or you can be the kind of person who says, I'm really blessed and lucky to have really full, thick hair at 61. So, you know what? It's not that do I love where even my girls have receding temples. It's just part of our hereditary. But yeah, my hair is my hair, and my hairline is my hairline. Not going to get me down. That, believe me, there are things in life to worry about. That is not one of them. Sounds delicious. Just curious, what would Suzanne love to see on the menu for dinner with these dear friends? That's interesting, Bibi, because she really liked it when I would make things that were different from hers. I mean, she loved any pasta dish I made. I was also just thinking, I definitely could make a bolognese because that would be great with the wine. It feels hot. It feels hot for a midsummer bolognese, but it never really bothers me. I could make homemade pappardelle. That would be fun. I'll do that. Fig carpaccio, pappardelle. That would be good. Oh, thanks, Bruce. Do you want to come up and say hi? People are asking not saying that because I want a seat on the bus at the retreat. You have a seat, Bruce. If you want to come up, Bruce, people want to hear about, you are going to get wine knowledge from Bruce on this trip. You guys can't believe how specific the regions are with wine when you go to these little towns. Like, you think you're ordering local because it's a wine that's from Tuscany, and they're like, why would you order that wine? That's, 20 miles away. I'm like, isn't that still Tuscany? No, it's very regional. And he knows all the ins and outs of that.
So did I make the cut?
You made the cut. Yeah. You're the knife. Bruce says, I have to say thank you to Bruce, because he really handles the unglamorous things in our lives.
Well, thank you for acknowledging that.
Yeah,
They're not always.
You have to get over here, sweetie. He handles the unglamorous things like finances and taxes and bill paying, and it's something that we should talk about because it's a good topic for a Tuesday Caroline's Table. He's created what is it called? A knockbook?
Knockbox, yeah.
A knockbox.
Next of kin.
Oh, next of kin. Okay. Yeah. And it has in it everything that I would need to know, God forbid, if something were to happen to him. Because I'm embarrassed to say this, but I am one of those women who would be like, where are the bank accounts? How do we pay utilities?
Which bank?
Literally. We have a division of labor there. And it's embarrassing to me that I am that person. I never thought I'd be that person. But you know what?
But you trust me.
It's not a trust thing. It's just like...
It's not a trust thing?
Well, that's what you took on in our partnership, and I took on other
Feeding
things.
us amazingly.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen, do you know how much I get away with because I am a good cook? It's like, well, but I cook. And then the list for Bruce is, it's long.
Yeah.
But I cook. I think it's because I cook well.
Yes. It's, they say that you marry your parents. And, there's a lot of my mom and Caroline with an Italian flair.
Yeah. And also like the kind of endless creative ideas, but you kind of handle the structure of those things. So
speaking of structure.
Yes. Like we were saying with this retreat, like I was ready. I'm like, come on, let's do it. We have the itinerary. I know what I want to serve. We've got, Lauren's on. Hi, Lauren. My sweet Lauren.
And then I was the wet blanket that said, well,
yes,
we need insurance.
We need insurance.
You need a company for this.
Yes.
All of these things.
The thing is about Italy, there are not handrails where there should be. Things are not to code. So
I don't think there's a level step in the entire country.
No. And, where we stay, it's there's some gravel in between. So you do have to be sure-footed. Yeah. You don't have to be able to, run a 5K, but you have to be sure-footed, healthy enough to walk up, hills on the way up to those little hilltop towns, because their handicapped access is not great. And those are things that we aren't in control of. We don't own these venues. So, that is one thing. So let's talk about the wine, because people wanted to know about the wine on the trip.
The wine. Well, that's how you'll be greeted when you arrive. Probably even before we say buongiorno, we'll give you a glass of wine.
It'll be afternoon. It'll be buonasera.
And then every night at the farm, there are endless bottles of wine from local wineries, and we work closely with Daniela, and she knows how special, how particular I am about the wine. So she always tells me about this vineyard, that one. It's usually local wines that you couldn't get here. That's what's fun about it. It's
because they're such small batch products.
They can't export them.
And they're not outrageously expensive either, and they're unbelievably good.
Then for the lunches that we go to, that's where we splurge on some wines that you often wouldn't order on your own just because the bottles are too expensive. But for all of us. I still stick to local wines, but they are from years that are better, vintages that are better than others. And there are different levels of each local wine. So I try and stretch it so that we can expand our palates. Mine too. It's an endless education.
Yeah, the lunches we have long, serious, coursed lunches, and
if you don't
we have
to eat long lunches, it's probably not the trip for you.
I will tell you, breakfast is it's usually coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes in Italy they'll have a little pastry or something, and if you need more food than that, we can certainly arrange that. But you have such a big lunch and such a big dinner, and you got to stop for gelato in the afternoon. So.
And then there's aperitivo before dinner.
Yes, yeah. So it's a fun exploration, and I will be handling the truffles and the homemade peachy pasta with the ragu, and the tiramisu and the gelato, and all of the, we are going to make some homemade ravioli together. But the chef at the venue is spectacular. And he goes into the garden and he picks an artichoke, and then all of a sudden there are some like beautiful little fried artichoke bites at the aperitivo. And I'm like, I just saw him pick that. Yeah. It is all organic, farm to table. They have an organic garden, and they cook from the garden, and everything is locally sourced. And I mean, it's really spectacular.
We're behind on these comments.
Oh, it
got stuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, there's one day that we do an actual wine tasting with a Pecorino tasting, which is, I think actually there are 2 days that we have Pecorino and wine tastings. And
one of the wine tastings is by the sommelier who, when U.S. presidents come through Tuscany, they call him to pour the wine because they trust him.
Yeah, the dates are April 5th through 11th is the first session, and April 12 through 18 is the second session.
And then besides the wine, I handle the tours that we're doing, setting those up. And every morning you'll get a kind of like a little 2-page newsletter of what we're going to see and how it ties into what we saw. So there's a method to the madness.
Mira.
Is Mira on?
Yes.
Ah.
Hello, my darling.
Hi.
This is Violet's best friend who lives in Rome. And we will be seeing you, honey. We're coming in September, and then we'll be back in April.
Yes.
And Violet is going back to Rome. Looks like her visa is coming through maybe at the end of this month. So we will be going to Rome and looking for an apartment, which will be exciting. Yeah, we miss you too.
I'll probably run into Mira when I'm there in the end of August, at the end of this month, in 2 weeks.
You think she's just going to be cruising around the Dolomites?
Well, how often? Well, I'm going to be in Rome for 5 days.
Oh, okay.
So how often do we actually run into Mira when we're...
Mira, you have to go to lunch with Bruce and his dad. Are you kidding?
She'll love my dad.
He will try to hit on you, though.
Yeah. I'll tell him down, Tiger.
Oh, that's funny. So anyway, that's our exciting... That's kind of, we're excited.
Yeah,
we're excited about this.
I'm excited to spend some time and get to know everyone even on a deeper level.
Well, that's kind of the difference when you travel with people, like that's a different level of bonding.
Yeah.
There's time in that when you're in the van. We try not to go, we don't drive any farther than, it's usually 30 to 45 minutes. One day it's an hour each way. But the drive is beautiful, and it's also it's great nap time. If not everyone has to drink on the trip. Not everyone. A lot of my family did not drink, but if you do like a little wine at lunch,
a little Rosato,
that trip home, that's a great time to have a nap.
And particularly in the morning when we're on our way to whatever activity we're doing that day, we always instruct the driver to take the scenic route. So we're not
Yes.
taking the highway.
Yeah.
So you go through these mountaintop ridge roads that are tree lined.
Oh, and it's all the cypress trees and those
Yeah.
beautiful hillsides. Victoria, I will be posting the information tomorrow on my social, on Facebook and on Instagram. And there will be a prompt in the caption. It'll probably be, comment retreat, and then we'll send you the details. So when we send you the details, it'll have all the information. I mean, listen, we don't tell you everything that we're doing. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a curated trip, right? If we just gave you the itinerary.
We also like to delight and surprise.
Yes. So we will give you a lot of the information and the dates and the pricing. And then there will be a place to sign up for an information session where we can provide questions and answers for those of you who, if the dates work for you and the pricing works for you, then we'll see how many people are interested and available. And if we have more demand than we have spots, we'll probably create some kind of a lottery.
Or add a week later. Pam asks how many people in each session. So each week there are room for 11 people.
Yeah, 3 of us and 11 of you. So Violet and Bruce and myself. Camellia is corporate, so she will be at her regular job. But Violet will be with us, and she's fun to have on a trip.
Yeah.
Do I still have family there? Not anyone that I know, but I did, Trudy, I went to the town where my grandparents on my dad's side are from. It's down in Avellino. Avellino is, if you go down to Naples and you go to the center of
East
the
of Naples.
country, that is the area where my grandparents on my dad's side were from.
Look at this. Lorraine Avellino.
Oh, so I'll be posting it tomorrow, guys, and then you'll have the information that you need. It's a good time. It's a good time. If you can swing it financially and you want someone to take care of all of the details, this is Passenger Princess City. You don't have to buy a ticket to anything. You don't have to try to navigate an Italian website, because let me tell you, they suck. Oh my God. And anytime you're going to see something, a lot of people don't realize that you have to get tickets in advance and they sell out. Especially in Rome, at some of the big sites in Rome. So this is a way that once you get to the venue, your transportation is handled, your ticket and your entrance tickets are all handled. You just follow Bruce and go, Dad, are we going in now? Carolyn is from Avellino. Which part, Carolyn? My dad's side was from Lacedonia, and my grandmother's side is from Bisaccia. Bruce says that's why I'm a Bisaccia.
A strong Bisaccia.
Bisaccia. That's where it comes from. So when we went to the town, I think I've told you guys this story before, but we went to the town to get their birth certificates and their marriage certificate, because I'm trying to get my citizenship. And we were at this lovely restaurant. We went to one restaurant in Bisaccia, and the guy who was the owner, his wife was the chef, his 2 sons were the servers. And I told him my grandmother is from Bisaccia, and her name was Maria Camarca. And he looks at me and he says, Mia sposa Camarca. So his wife's last name is the same as my grandmother's. So we were like, oh my God, that's amazing. We're cousins, we're family. And then he says, where else have you been? And I said, we were in Lacedonia, because that's where my grandfather is from. And I said, his name was Vincenzo Arminio. And he says, io sono Arminio. So he and I have the same last name. His wife has my grandmother's maiden name. And he said, to be honest, he said, it's a very common name here. Which is interesting, because we were watching Stanley Tucci on one of his, I'm just like, I have like 7 shows in Italy now, and they're all called like Stanley Tucci in Italy, or Tucci searching for Italy.
Finding Italy.
Tucci eating in Italy. I mean, they're all the same show. But when he went to where his family is from, he said, you see Tucci everywhere. He said it's a very common name.
They were trying to find his grandfather's home, but they said it's kind of difficult when it was 40% of the town was Tucci.
Exactly. But I thought to myself, wow, if my grandparents had not taken they had 2 kids at the time and no money, and they got on that boat and they came to America looking for a better life, how brave is that?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
You don't know anyone there, you don't speak the language, and you have no money. And these were very provincial little towns, so there was just no opportunity. And they packed up their 2 kids and they came to America, and then they had 2 more kids when they got here, including my dad. And they made a life. And, they wouldn't speak Italian to my dad. They wanted, you wanted your kids to become American. So for them, it was really important that they don't let him speak Italian because they wanted to help him acclimate to the new culture. My dad's Italian was awful. It was like, it was like street Italian, made up slang, because it was kind of, what he and the other Italian kids would say on the side. But what a beautiful story. My dad was the first one in his family to go to college. He was the first one to, really make it big. He had an incredible career. He was a vacuum cleaner salesman, but he worked his ass off and he won everything you could win because it was all based on commission. And he worked and worked and worked, and he ended up as the executive vice president of sales for all of Electrolux. And it was an amazing, it could really be a movie. You see that guy in the 50s,
When Caroline and I first started dating, I made a joke about her dad. It's like, I better be careful or else your dad will send, Uncle Vinny, Vito after me. And she goes, don't make me talk about that.
Yeah, I said, first of all, I do have an Uncle Vito.
Right.
And I said, please don't make me talk about that part of my life.
And I had this epiphany. I said, oh my God, your dad lives in Palos Verdes. He drives a Rolls Royce. He has a pinky ring, and he
sells
vacuum cleaners. Your dad's mob.
And the funny thing was that my dad had won a Rolls Royce, a convertible Rolls Royce. He won as a prize because they would put up these outrageous prizes to try to get, to provide incentives. So whichever team won the most, they would get the car. So my dad won 5 cars in his life at Electrolux. And the last one that he won was a convertible Rolls Royce. And it was around the time that my sister Roseanne was getting married. So he said to his team, come on, guys, I want my daughter to take that ride as a bride in the Rolls Royce. And he won it. So on my sister's wedding day, and this is the part that if any of you have planned weddings and you have those issues with who gets to decide who's invited to the wedding, my sister had her wedding reception at a very small venue. And my dad said, I told all the guys, if we win, you're all invited to the wedding. She was like, Dad, there is I don't even have room for my friends. We're not invited. And he's like, well, honey, I already told them they'd be included. So then he won the car. So she had to invite, it was 5 managers and their wives. Yes. And so the morning of the wedding, and my sister Roseanne is so beautiful, and she wore my mother's wedding dress. So it was this beautiful eyelet dress from, I guess they were married in the 50s, the late 50s. And I mean, like only my sister could pull off like a vintage dream like this. And it was so special, and she looked so stunning. And so, here comes like the time where they get to be in the Rolls Royce, right? Well, my dad wanted to just make sure the car was in tip top shape. So he put some oil in it. He gassed it up, and there he was. My dad was super handsome too. And he's driving with the top down. Car broke down. Car wouldn't start because my dad put the wrong kind of oil in the car. It didn't take regular oil. It had to have like Rolls Royce oil. He didn't know. So now they're at the church and they can't start the car.
You know what? It's like a bad dress rehearsal. It's a perfect omen for a great marriage, and they have a great marriage.
Yeah, they have a great marriage. So yes, Electrolux is what raised 6 kids. My dad put all 6 of us through college, which was, he wanted all of us to be able to go to college without having any student loans. And, this is when you...
6.
Yeah, 6 kids. And when you grow up as an immigrant and you realize that's what differentiates. If you can get that education. And that was really important to him. So we all had that education. And he bought me a Rolex watch when I graduated. That was to him, that was that's how you say you've made it. And you know what? You guys know I wear his Rolex. And that Rolex of my dad's was another gift that he got from Electrolux on his 25th anniversary with the company. They gave him that gold Rolex, and his energy is in that watch. I wear it every day. I don't have it on right now, but I literally wear it every day because his drive, his can-do spirit, his
positivity.
If you have a job to do, you put your whole mind to it and you keep it there until it is done. He had all these positive affirmations. I don't know how many times my dad said it to me. If you have a job to do, you put your whole mind to it and you keep it there until it is done. And in addition, my dad, when I was a young girl, he had a contest between my sister and myself. And he said, whichever one of you can memorize If by Rudyard Kipling, whichever one of you can memorize it first, I'm going to pay you $20. And I think I was 13 years old, maybe. Anita was 16. And she had a dance rehearsal in the afternoon, and I did not. And I memorized that poem. And she was so mad because Anita's really competitive. Anita wins at everything. She's so smart and so disciplined. And that's not fair. I had, so anyway, I won I want to pull it up.
You can't do it by heart anymore?
I can do most of it.
It's really words to live by.
Yes. So I memorized this poem, and it was kind of like my dad's, it was his dog and pony show with me. Because wherever we were, he'd say, honey, can you still do it? And then I'd say, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing, it's a long poem. But I will tell you,
it's been helpful lately.
Last year, these words were so relevant to me. And I thought, wow, this is a moment in life that my dad prepared me for. And this is when he's not here in this plane, but he is still here. So I want to share with you If by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you and make allowances for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated. Don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with both triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up again with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all of your winnings and risk it on one game of pitch and toss, lose and start at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distant run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. And you know what I loved about it? Oh, thank you. He didn't care that it said man, son. He wanted his daughters to have this strength, this will, this drive. But wow, there were so many times last year when I was like, what is happening? And why are people saying this about me? And it's so not true. And I sat and I thought, this is just life. We are put through tests. So, you build it up again with worn out tools and never breathe a word about your loss. I could do a little better with never breathing a word about the loss. That one takes some.
No one's perfect.
That takes some discipline. But anyway, it's happening, guys. We're creating all sorts of new and exciting adventures. Robin, what the hell? Robin's on.
Our Robin?
Our Robin.
No way.
Robin was our roommate, our Three's Company roommate in college. She was my roommate for every year in college. So I was at that beautiful apartment for 5 years with this spectacular friend, Robin. And then we had a rotating roommate.
And then my house burnt down.
My roommate moved out.
The same week.
Yeah, my roommate Sidel moved out and his house burned down.
No, I didn't start the fire.
So listen, guys, these are the circles of life.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us today. I'm glad you enjoyed the poem. I love you too, Robin. I'll call you. We should catch up. And we are going to post the retreat information by tomorrow. I'm going to get to work. And then on Thursday, you're going to see my beautiful new pottery, which if you come on the retreat, you'll be at the store where we get it. Joyce, my father, was a special man. He had a lot of integrity, and wow, what a great thing to pass on to your kids is strength of character. The poem is Rudyard Kipling.
Rudyard. What did you say? Rudyard? Uh-huh. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah. Maybe you say Rude. I've never pronounced it Rudyard. I thought it was Rudyard.
I thought you said Roger. That's.
And the funny thing is, and again, like these are the signs in life. When I first got to UC Berkeley, My dad drove me up with my sister, and we went to breakfast at a place up the street called the Egg Shop and Apple Press on the north side where my apartment was. And when we sat down, on the wall behind me was the poem If, as a mural. And I was sitting this way, and my dad was sitting on the other side, and he's like, "Can you do it, honey?" I did it. I get the verse with the sinew and nerve is the one where I usually lose it. So I had a little cheat sheet with me, but it was not bad. You saw my eye contact. I was staying with it. See, Linda too, one of my favorite poems, had to learn it in high school. You need it in high school.
Yeah.
You absolutely do. So anyway, you guys, you are wonderful. Thank you for being with us today. Retreat information will be posted tomorrow, and then you'll have all the details that you need. And we're super excited. This is the week that we're making it happen. So have a great day, and we will see you guys. You'll see Bruce tomorrow. I'll be back on Thursday. Take care.
Bye, guys.